What's up, everybody? Right now, I just heard the news that Xbox One, that Microsoft announced it that they will no longer have the use game restrictions. You can trade in, lend, resell, and also rent games like your normal Xbox 360. And also, the always-on 24 connection won't be required to play Xbox games offline, which is good news too, because everyone was like, "Oh, this system sucks." But here's another fact about this: is that it turns out that Xbox One, well, technically they had an issue with this, can only connect up to 21 states, and Alaska ain't one of them. Yeah, because the internet connections are pretty bad in certain states. And also they won't have, well, here's the thing that I found out: they won't have regional lock on that system, which is good news, because most people who like to import games can now import games on an Xbox One. And that's kind of interesting to me, because if I want to play a Japanese game, it may cost a lot of money to buy a Japanese game, but which is like $100, which is the average price you could pay for an Xbox One game from Japan. But then again, I heard that Microsoft won't sell it in Japan because, well, it's kind of the issue that the Japanese are not really interested in buying an Xbox 360, and Microsoft is trying to stay away from that, because it seems that no one respected the Microsoft as much in that country for selling their system there, and they practically gave up on that system in that country. But I don't know. A lot of people hoped that it would work out for Microsoft, but then again, for me, I don't know. I just hope the whole thing will end with the trolling and all that other stuff, because it got out of hand, and it pretty much went overboard on everybody, because everyone was like putting out rumors and all that other stuff, and it kind of was laughable at first, and then people were like throwing out like internet stuff, and I could care less about it, because a lot of Xbox One fans and a lot of PS4 fans were like, we all agree that this system's just gonna fail, and I know that it's not a big problem. That was Microsoft's issue, and luckily Microsoft caved in and managed to say, "Hey, we're sorry. We're gonna go ahead and remove all this stuff, and we're gonna do these things to it. We're gonna make changes, and we want you to buy our system because, well, we want you guys back. We love you guys. We want your money." And it's like, yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, who's your daddy now? Oh man, I'm laughing about that one too. That's just a joke. The thing is, now you can play your games offline too as well, which is a good thing too. But the sad part is the whole game sharing thing up to 10 families. They're not going to do that. They pretty much removed that idea out of the Xbox One. But here's the one thing that's going to bother me most about it, even though, yes, it is also a DVR system, and hear me out on this. And if it's going to be about, let's say, 400, okay, it's going to be $4.99, and you're selling it at $4.99. But what would happen if TiVo sued you guys, and for patent infringement? That's pretty much what I wonder. If TiVo sued you for patent infringement over your DVR system, would that affect the price of it if you got sued for it for patent infringements? which I'm hoping this would happen, because there are some things that happened. I remember before, like Xbox One got sued by Motorola, and they had to lower the price because of the fact that they had a patent infringement. Also, Sony had a patent infringement a long time ago with the Blu-ray security thing from a Canadian firm that said that they were using their software, and it was a software patent infringement. And they had to sell it. They had to settle out of court for $1 billion, which helped lower the price on the system. And that's the one question I like to ask. Would this affect it? I don't know, because it seems like an interesting thing. I just hope Sony can probably do this pretty well too, because if Sony gets sued as well with their patents and everything, let's just hope they lower their price on their system, because it'd be interesting to hear the news about that in the near future if that happens. There's many possibilities it could happen, but you never know. As for what's going on right now, it seems that Microsoft has finally caved in, and I'd like to thank the people who actually made their point at Microsoft and had all our voices heard for this time, to say that no, we don't like what this system's going to be in the near future. We want you guys to don't do this, please don't. But then again, I hope the whole trade-in, lend, use, and play offline thing will work out for them, because a lot of people just want to play offline, trade with or lend their games to their friends, which is social interaction, which is a good thing, because, well, most people don't like the idea of shelling out $100 on a game, and then they have to pay another $20 for another used game, which isn't right. Because I can understand that most game developers are complaining about that they're not making much money. You can make much money. The problem is, well, you're not thinking straight. You have like DLCs. You can give options to people. You can pretty much make them buy, I don't know, DLCs of stuff that you can easily get from if people are going to buy a used game. You got to have them, give them a variety of stuff that they can do with that game. Like, you can mod it, you can sell stuff. I don't care. You can even add guns, hose, knives, wives. I don't care. You can add all that stuff into the game and still make a buck out of it. Which I don't know what bothers you to not make money off of a game, but it seems like you guys would probably have to figure out what would be the best way to make a good game and make people have fun with the game, so that we can make a profit. And that's not gonna affect how you guys are. I'm sure that you'll make a lot of money, because a lot of people like your games. Like, I don't know, Double Fine did okay with certain games that they did a while back with digital distribution, with what was that game called? It was called Trench, and it was called and they changed it to Iron Brigade because of some copyright issue in Europe. Iron Brigade was actually a fun game, and they actually did okay with it on digital distribution, and a lot of people downloaded that game, and I remember playing it, and I was like, wow, this is a good game. It's just sad that most people don't play it online. And it was a fun game. You could play like 2-player mode, and it'd be like, it was like a real good, you can just pretty much shoot people, or shoot shoot aliens, and it was a fun game. But I guess some people, well, didn't really have the taste for that game, but it was actually a good game. And nothing can be said about it. But I like to thank you all for listening. I know that I was blabbermouthing, and leave your comments to tell me how you guys feel about the Xbox situation, the Xbox One situation, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.